Hello there, beautiful souls. I've been here in this gorgeous space, just connecting back with Mother Nature and myself. And life's taken some turns, and I am currently assisting someone I love very much with some mental health issues and addictions. And just looking at and acknowledging how many of us are on our spiritual path, because we have witnessed within ourselves an imbalance. We're not at peace. We have tried the quick fixes of numbing out all the stress, and sadly for some of us, the numbing out of the stress is only temporary, but we end up going back to these little, what could I call them, gateways or escapes or habits that we think help relieve our stress. And in the long term they don't. Sometimes they become addictions, and the addictions actually add more and more stress to our already stressed minds. We're actually going bonkers. We're just, your mind can only accept so much, and there's so much going on around us, and we are so constantly bombarded with things from media, advertising, other people's expectations of us, society's expectations of us, all these programs that have been put upon us since we were children. And having a discussion with someone just recently, and we were talking about addictions, and for me I sort of thought about it and was like, wow, from what I've seen, addictions are a pathway to get out of our mind, to get out of our heads, but it's not necessarily a healthy pathway. Some of them, especially, when there's drugs and alcohol that eventually are detrimental to our physical health. And so with discussions, so many people I've shared with, wonderful learning people's life stories and finding the ones that are on their spiritual path, so many of us have been in situations that have been so stressful, out of our control, or what we think is out of our control, and hence we want to get out of control, totally out of control, by getting wasted or totally disconnecting. So my way of disconnecting from a child was to run away into nature. Then, as of course, when I went through my teens, it was running away, still running away into nature, and then in my 20s and caught in, a working environment, city environment, and so the quick fix was, to get pissed as a maggot. Absolutely wiped out, feeling so sick and seedy the next day, body blur, you're just exhausted. And of course then there were, experimentations with other drugs. And now I've sort of come, on my spiritual path to let go of initially the addictions and acknowledge their existence for starters, and then try and find a healthier addiction, I guess, because, they're all ways to help us function in what I can see now as a really dysfunctional way of being in this planet for so many of us, especially the sensitive beings. And, also witnessing with children and babies even, that when I would witness my own children, how they dealt with stress even as babies, food, thumb sucking, gaming, just ways to disconnect. And me as a child, my way to disconnect was to run into nature, into a little fantasy land. Hence wisdom comes with acknowledging all those experiences and witnessing that they exist. So I know for a lot of you out there, it can be very trying at times, and for me, I've done yoga and I do 5 elements dance therapy, which is amazing. It helps my spirit, helps my energy as well. But the other thing is to be able to, the quickest fix for me now is when I'm in a stressful situation, acknowledge, okay, holding my jaw, scrunching my shoulders up, I'm feeling tense, I'm actually holding a lot of shit and I really, really feel like I want to let go. And of course we know in certain situations, letting go the way you want to let go isn't always very acceptable. So the best way, acknowledge that you're in that space, that you're feeling like you're on the edge, and take yourself aside just for a minute. I need a break. I need to step out of this environment right now. Be it go to the toilet, step outside, the joys of having a cigarette was for me back in the day, to be able to step outside away from a stressful situation and breathe, to just breathe. That was my addiction for cigarettes, especially, was acknowledging when I was giving them up. Once they tasted horrible, they smelled disgusting, but it was like this. Okay, so I've learned through kinesiology that these 2 points on our lips are energy points, and when you touch them, you connect. The top goes right around your body, down the base of your spine, up through the middle to your lips. It keeps you centered. The minute I invite you to do that and just feel that, tune into your lips, your fingers on your lips, that feeling. And for me, it already starts to help calm me down. So hence cigarettes, I'm touching my lips, but I'm also inhaling a deep, deep breath. And then we'd hold that cigarette smoking, but what I was holding was my breath, holding it in. And then exhaling. Holding for a minute. Put your lips back to your mouth. Hold. Feel all of that space. Your shoulders starting to spread and open up. And exhale. Feeling your shoulders relax. Feeling your jaw start to relax. So, I know cigarettes is probably one of the most legally hard drugs to give up, and I hope for some people that this might help you. But even if you don't, it's just stepping outside, taking a deep inhalation to the count of 6 if you can, or 8. Holding that breath at the top, feeling your chest opening, your shoulders spreading out, and then letting go, letting it exhale. Sometimes I find it's good to shake your shoulders, shake your body as you exhale, loosen up all that tension that you're feeling you're holding in your body. And every time you inhale, feeling your shoulders expanding. Oh, holding all that good stuff in and exhaling all the crud and nonsense. So sending lots of love out to all of you that are out there that are struggling with the stress of a day, and if you can't run away into nature or get a moment of peace, take a moment of peace, duck into the toilet, step outside. Yeah, you know, back in the day there were sayings like take a breath and count to 10. And it's so funny, isn't it, that we were told that as kids, take a breath, because, you know, that was some way to help control your anger. But really, you know, all our gurus, all my yoga practice, it is so about the breath. It is so about giving yourself beautiful, fresh, energizing life force. Energy, balance, keeping you balanced and grounded and connected with yourself. In your heart, feeling centered in your heart, and just dropping into beautiful you, remembering that you are awesome, and no matter what life throws at you, it's all temporary. It's only going to annoy you for as long as you let it, as long as you hold on to it. So let it go. Send it away. Thank you very much, but you don't need to be in my body today. I love this beautiful being within. This being needs some peace. And yeah, big hugs to you all out there. I hope your day is a little bit more stress-free. Great if it was absolutely stress-free.